Hello there, and welcome to this video. I wanted to show you something because I recently came across the PS5 update of Minecraft on the PS5, and I searched for some older files, older worlds, and came across this one. It's from, I think, 2019, and I built Shadow Moses Island, the nuclear disposal facility of Metal Gear Solid 1, and I thought I show you everything I built back then, and maybe ask of your opinion. What do you think about it? Should I remake the rooms? Because I definitely think they need an overhaul. And yeah, just let me know. I used another texture pack back then, so looks a bit different now, and I'm not happy with some of the blocks I used. But back then they looked better, believe me. But despite that, the rooms or the sections, they definitely need more detail, and they can be done a lot better. So I wanted to ask you if I should do that. Maybe room by room, section by section, if you want it. But yeah, let's have a quick look around. I also don't have a script for this video. I think maybe I can improve my English a bit. But yeah, I'll excuse in advance for like grammatical errors, pronunciation errors. You know the drill. Yeah, but I hope you enjoy the video, and we're already heading out of the docks area up to the heliport. And yeah, I just love that they now have a shader. Everything looks so much different. It's insane. I already saw that you can like create custom biomes. I don't know if I should do that. Back then I searched for like a biome with snow, obviously, but the amount of snow that piles up in the areas outside, it's immense. Normally you could see what's on the heliport, but there's so much snow covering it now, and I have to think of a solution how to do this. But yeah, we will take a look at this area at night later. But for now, I think you can see everything I put in there when it's daytime. I also covered some sections from Metal Gear Solid 4, like in MGS4, you like enter just through the main door. And I also included the 2 ventilation shafts that you can crawl in and enter the tank hangar area. We will use the upper one for now, because I think it's a bit more special. And yeah, I hope it's recognizable. Back there I used wool, and you can obviously see that this is not a good choice. But yeah, we will just remove them, replace them with other blocks that look much better. Also, the ground texture here looks whole different. It's like a different color than in the other texture pack. I'm not quite sure what to do about the bookshelves, because with the wooden texture, I don't really like it. It doesn't look like it should look in these rooms. For the cameras I used just some switches, and the tanker also uses like green wool, I think. Yeah, normally you can add some water here. I think I can do that too. And I think it's now even possible, like, that this is actual 1 block high and not like 2 blocks, like it is here. But yeah, let's head down this elevator to the B1 area where the cells and the torture rooms are. Or it's 1 torture room. But yeah, for like the laptops, I used the pictures. It looks okay, I guess, but maybe we can do better. Yeah, I tried my best just to put everything in that needs to be in there. But like with the floor and the walls, textures, there's so much detail that we can add. With the blocks they added into the game. Insane. Yeah, I was quite hyped, as you can imagine, when I saw that the PS5 update included shaders. And I thought about making a video of this project a long time ago. I'm now up in the ventilation shaft. Here you can see the toilet. And this is the room, like the guard room, where Johnny sits when he's not on the toilet. And now we're heading to the actual cells. Like this is where Meryl is in. And here's the DARPA chief. Don't know if I will keep the villagers there. And I also tried to like implement the logic of the game, like that you can't open doors or enter rooms from the outside when you're not supposed to in the original game. But yeah, I think this whole idea just needs an overhaul too. Here I included the walls that you can also destroy, that are not needed, that you don't need to destroy, but you can find extra ammo, extra stuff. And here you can find the PSG-1, I think. That must be the room. But yeah, like with the card keys, not possible back then. And now we're heading into the area where you fight Ocelot. Despite from the walls, I'm quite happy with what I managed there. It kinda gives off the look that I wanted to go for. But there's so much room for improvement. And yeah, feel free to leave a comment like on every section, or what section you like the most that we should cover first or should cover last. Normally, I think if we will pull this off, I think we're just going through from start to finish. So we start on the docks area and then continue on to the escape route, or the place where you exit the escape route, where you finish the game. This is the canyon area, where the second boss fight against the tanker takes place. And this way up, this is where you come from in Metal Gear Solid 4, I think. Or there's an extra area in Metal Gear Solid 4 that you can gather stuff. In MGS4 you come from, you enter the heliport also. My mistake. But that's one area I didn't include because there's not much. It's like nature, and then you enter the heliport. So I didn't include it in this project. But yeah, maybe we can add this later. And yeah, now the nuclear storage building. This is actually the only room, I think, where I included stuff from the Twin Snakes game. I didn't like the Twin Snakes game, honestly. It's just too over the top. I know that Metal Gear isn't realistic or anything like that, but what Twin Snakes did was just too much for my liking. And yet these rooms, separated with this glass windows, where you can see more warheads. This is actually from the Twin Snakes game. And Yeah, so just let's head upstairs and take the elevator down. I also included all the transporters that you can use in the game for like fast travel. And yeah, B2. The B2 level where you have to destroy the what does it mean? Like the power unit for the electrified floor. Yeah, not too much to see here. You would in the game. You also wouldn't spend a lot of time here because there's like the gas that damages your health, or you have a limited amount of breath even if you have the mask on. And yeah, this is the room, the laboratory, where you meet Otacon and have your third boss fight. I'm surprised that this is actually working still. This is like the most basic redstone you can imagine. Like, I watched a tutorial back then on how to include it, and here I see this supposed to be handles, like where you can open the drawers and these small doors, but they are now centered, the carpet pieces. Yeah, heading back out. And the next stop will be the B1 floor, where you meet up with Meryl. And this, I really like the look of that. Like the color matches the original so almost perfectly. I really like it. This room I don't like as much. It's very simple, very clean, not too much detail. But it's there, you know. And also included the bathrooms with... Actually, this looks kind of like a mirror, but it's just glass, and I mirrored the room on the opposite side. I did the same on the woman's bathroom. This is the men's bathroom. Yeah, kind of what they did back then also. And I mean, I had the space to do it here, so why not? It's like the nearest you can get to an actual working mirror. And then the area where you will fight against Psychomantis. I tried the same here with some reflections, but this is too much. I had to bring it down, maybe add a few more layers of glass so that it isn't that obvious. It's very deep, just it doesn't look right. And also there's a lot of detail missing in this room. But yeah, it's everything in here. And then we head through this bookshelf door, the hidden room that opens up when you defeat Psychomantis, and where we will enter the caves area. There is also not much happening. I hope this is bright enough. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to explore. So we'll just head through there quick. I don't know, maybe I will brighten the footage up for you if there is something special, or we just rush through it. But I kind of like the look of it. I think it feels almost the same as in the game as it should be, as it should feel. And yeah. We're already through. I also want to include more foxes, and you can name them, or you can create like the baby foxes. Here we have the same problem with the snow. It's like it destroys the areas a bit. You have to think of a solution for that. But yeah, this is the sniper passage, or what it's called in the original. I'm not quite sure. But here you fight against Sniper Wolf, and you can like get a glimpse of the towers, the communication towers. And here in Minecraft you can see the whole thing. It's pretty cool, and like what they thought of in the game, like making this game, the ideas and like the layout of this whole island. I love it. I'm a big fan of the layout, big fan of the the facility itself and the game. It was really special. So then normally you would end up in the torture room and have to make your way back there. But for now we'll head directly into the tower. Not much to see here. I counted how much stairs you have to get up. Not like the steps, but like the areas. So 1, 2, 3, if you know what I mean. And therefore came up with like the height of the towers. So I took the measurement from in-game. Don't know if that's accurate or not, but it's like, it looks okay, like it's supposed to be. And also there's a mistake I made, like the cameras, they should be in the next tower, not in this one. Don't know how this could happen. I mostly watched like a playthrough of the game so that I can get these rooms right, but maybe not for this one, obviously. And yeah, we're just heading back up. We're heading up. And this also doesn't look very good. It's like it's floating. But yeah, up this ladder and then the top of the first tower. Like this is where I tried to remove the clouds. It took me a while, but yeah, I cut this section out for you. So I removed the clouds. This is like the satellite dish. Not in an angle. I couldn't do it back then. But maybe, yeah, I think it's in an like 45-degree angle or something like that. There you can actually see the canyon in the distance. That's pretty cool. Like with the render distance, you can do so much stuff. You can see the whole picture of this island, of this game. And yeah, normally Liquid would destroy this whole bridge, but I left it in so that you like move across. And normally you would like with your rope head down to like this connecting bridge thing and then enter the second communication tower, where you then have to make your way up to like fight against Liquid in this Hind D. Yeah, I used like this note blocks for some boxes, but especially in this default texture pack, it doesn't look right. The staircase is destroyed as well. Like you can't get from the top up one level or like from the top down. But yeah, we're also just heading outside to the Snowfield. You already have seen the top of the towers. And now we're in the Snowfield, where you fight against Sniper Wolf for the second time. It was a bit of a guessing game, like how big this area should be. This feels very small, but I think like in the first game it also wasn't that big of an area. Normally behind that wall would be the parachute of Liquid Snake, where we will get a comment on. Snake will mention it. And then you already can see I added these, how should I call it? I don't know, these platforms up the tower. And this area you can also just enter Metal Gear Solid 4. Like this is where you fight against Crying Wolf. Because I think the underground section, the caves are destroyed or something. And that's why you have to take another route to like the Snowfield and the blast furnace area. And yeah, so I thought I'm adding this area too, because I feel it looks cool. It's like it's fluid. It's just fluid. It would be a waste to not include these sections. And they they added these walkways in MGS4 for like, I think the battle against Crying Wolf is like really huge, and you have multiple options to like where he hides or where she is hiding. And this is where you start off with this fallen tree. This is where the fight starts. And this is the area now where you enter the Snowfield in MGS4. There's like a small room with like where you can like collect more ammo and stuff. This is the road that actually leads outside of the nuclear warhead storage. And yeah, in MGS4 you like have to hack the terminal, or Otacon will do it for you, and you have to fight off a gecko. And then this door opens, and this is the door that leads outside in the Snowfield area in front of these communication towers. And you can also see the sniper passage and like the whole area. I surrounded it by like mountains, because that's how it's done in the game also. If I'm right, they added like command blocks as well. I don't know what exactly it is possible to do with them, but I think you can add really cool stuff. And I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to be. I think I saw it in like in MGS4, and I had to add it too. But yeah, I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. Maybe I have to take a bit of research. But yeah, this is the second entry into the Snowfield. And then there are a lot of rooms where you like where you can find ammo, supply, restock on your ammunition and stuff. And then through this door, we will enter the blast furnace area. And this looks like a bit too bright, in my opinion. It should be a more like red. Maybe we can get a more reddish light source from something. And yeah, really sterile. Not too much detail. The walls are really flat. So that definitely needs some rework. This light should blink actually. I thought I had like included a bit of redstone logic there. But it's not working, obviously. This is like where you heat up the PAL key. And then right to the lifts. Oh my god, how are they called? I don't know, I forgot. I just forgot how this area is called. But yeah, normally I also wanted to make them longer so that they go more deeper down. But it was not possible actually back then. I'll talk to you later when we get to that. But this is then the storage. The warehouse. And this is now the water treatment facility. And this was actually the lowest I could go. But with the updates on the maps, on the worlds, we can go much deeper now. And this opens up a lot more opportunities to like expand this whole area. Because this room doesn't really look like it should look. It's much deeper. There's a bit more water. But yeah, unfortunately this was the lowest I could go back then. And yeah, I like this room in general because it's like a cool idea. But now we get to probably wondering what this is. This is the area where you like enter in Metal Gear Solid 4. You skip this whole section with the cargo elevators, that's what they're called. With the cargo elevators. And the entrance is in the blast furnace. So we're heading back up there. Yeah, right here. There's like a big elevator. Takes a long time to get down. But yeah, normally the cargo elevators are much larger, actually. But yeah, this also takes a really long time till it's back on the ground. And I don't really know what this area is supposed to be, honestly. I mean, I can look it up. I have like the official guidebooks. But I'm not really sure. It's like a machinery, like where they produce parts or something. But yeah, I can't tell you what this is supposed to be. But yeah, you fight like these small drone things with the circles with arms, the balls with arms, and I think there are also 2 or 3 geckos down there. And yeah, it's a cool area. Interesting that they added this. Pretty cool. Expands the area a bit. I wanted to include it. I did it in a Snowfield, and I wanted to do it here too because there's a lot you can add. And it gives more like the outside area before the heliport, in my opinion. And yeah, then you enter through here and you're back in the... Good hidden there. Back in the water treatment room. And now to the final part. The Rex layer. And I was searching online, like where I can find a good model for Rex, and I copied it. This is way too big. I know, it's way too big, but it looks pretty cool, and yeah, that was all I'm capable of back then. I don't know if I can do much better than this, but I think we have to redo this and just make it so it would fit from like the measurements. It's just too big. And I took the approach from the original MGS game and like added ladders. I know that in the Twin Snakes game there are actually staircases, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, you can like go over the top of Rex and into the command room where you have to insert all the power keys. It's a cool model, but yeah, the size of the cockpit alone, just normally you can fit 1 person inside of there, and there you can put like 5 people inside. I tried to reimagine the different shapes of the key with like yellow, blue, and red that you have to insert there. And yeah, I think I added actually a way. Yeah, there's a way inside. There you can see it. It's way too big. Nothing inside. And also from the colors, I'm not really sure. And the room is also a bit too small to like fully acknowledge the look of Rex. It's very hard to tell how it looks like. And because we're not taking the big elevator with Rex on it to the next level, to the hangar, I added the staircase. I think that would be the most logical thing to do, to add the staircase. And then you reach the hangar where you have the final fight against Rex. And from what I saw in the guidebooks and like on the playthrough, this look, I actually took this look from MGS4, I think, how it was reimagined in the MGS4 game, and like tried to copy the look of that. And I thought that if you want to test Rex, you also had to add a door. So like behind me there's a big door, won't open, like it's a hangar door, but yeah, I don't know if it's even possible to like add such big doors anywhere. It's more a gate than a door. And yeah, like from the positioning of the crates and everything, and from the guidebooks, as I was starting to explain, the way out to the escape route is located back here. I'm not 100% sure if this is accurate or not. Yeah, I did some research, and this is like the official MGS4 guidebook. It's in German, yeah, I'm from Germany. And there is this Shadow Moses section from like the underground base. And these entrances are the ones where the geckos come from. So where they enter like during the battle against the geckos, where Raiden like fights off Vamp. And this is where the geckos come from. So as you can see, there is no exit drawn into this layout. The stuff I found on the internet, because here we have like the bigger picture. This is the whole area, the whole Shadow Moses area in Metal Gear Solid 4. And on the internet I found layouts that have drawn in the escape route right here and the exit down here. So the escape route goes this way. And yeah, it's hard to say. It's possible because the place is like covered in tons of snow in MGS4, and so you can. This is the heliport down there. I mean, you could have seen it if you like start here. You could have seen like the exit you took, but as said, it's yeah. Maybe it even makes more sense if it's down here than like this way, like I have it at the moment. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. What you think is more realistic, makes more sense. What we actually can include is like this whole haven area just through the gate. That's not in my version even. But yeah, this is definitely one thing we could include. But yeah, let me know what you think. Give me your opinion on like the escape route thing. Kind of difficult one because there's not really much to find. I looked at some footage, but yeah, even in the guidebook from MGS1, it's also very unclear. Because here you have a glimpse on like what the wall looks like from the layout. And it looks kinda like these ones. I will give you a better picture. Here, these ones. But there is no door, and this is the wall where Lex leans against. So I put the entrance down here, but it's even possible that it's like one of these walls. Yeah, you can't make it out. It's like, I don't know. Very hard to tell. Even with all this stuff. It's like impossible to say where this freaking door is. But yeah. that's what I could figure out, like from the source available. And yeah, this is the parking lot. There are no cars, but here you enter the car and then you make your way outside. This is where you fight against Liquid then for the final time. And I included both of the checkpoints. And then these areas. It depends on how much damage you take you deal to Liquid. And then the area changes. And then we head outside. Like this is where Otacon says daylight or Meryl. Depends on whether you choose to save. And yeah, that's a pity. I think it's like due to the biome I'm in at the moment. It's like the swampy area. And therefore the air looks strange. Just with this green fog. But yeah, this is the outside. This is where the game ends. Added a lot of detail. I'm pretty happy with this. And normally, yeah, there's no mountains. I mean, we leave the whole island by the snow glider. Like it's like a jet ski thing for snow. A snow ski. But yeah, just another entrance there for like the cars that would get to the facility, provide supplies, stuff like that. Wanted to add a gate here, and there's the way down that like Snake takes with Meryl or Otacon, where they reach this snowmobile. This is the cave. And that's it, really. We will take another look. We will fly back up to get like a whole picture from the areas, and then we switch to nighttime. I think this would be interesting. So I will show you this also. Try to cover up the escape road with some mountains. I think I did a pretty good job there, and here you can see that like the air changes when we enter another biome. So I have to figure out how we can change this up, make it better, make it look better, and also try to remove like this big mountains back there, so that it all makes sense. Here you can see the escape route, actually, and the hangar. It's a good thing like that it extends through the surface, so that I could add these light sources, these glass roofs. And I really love these little reflections on the water. I mean, it's such a simple shader, but it looks amazing. I'm not used to this. As a console player, I'm not used to shaders, really. So I love the look. And this is like pretty good motivation to like go back to this huge project and like redo all the rooms. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. And then we head back to the communication towers, like everything we can see from the outside. That you can get a bigger picture. I'm also not quite sure if they like really are the exact same height. But this is how it's depicted in the game, so don't really know if I should change that. I don't know. This connecting bridge also is pretty huge. But that's how it was. I wanted to stick to the original, like, as much as possible. And yeah, let's switch to nighttime real quick. I had to figure it out too. Just with all this new settings I had to make. Like changed from a multiplayer game to a non-multiplayer game, and just then I could like use these chat options to set the time. And yeah, I wasted a lot of time like figuring that out. But yeah, that's no. I also used slabs for the roofs, and that's why there is a lot of light coming through the ceiling, through the roofs. And this is what it looks like at night. Like when you normally play through the game, you're playing everything at nighttime. So this is the most accurate depiction of it. And yeah, I really love this look. Like what they came up with, the ideas, even if it's all like pretty much copy and pasted from the old Metal Gear games, not the Metal Gear Solid games. But they reimagined it in a very good way. And yeah, the canyon area. And at last, the heliport. I mean, this is like the most iconic area of the game, I think, in my opinion. It has to be. But yeah, maybe change out the lights, because it's pretty bright, and with the shader, like lighter areas, then the outside gets darker and vice versa. And yeah, I could remember that I actually wrote something on this helipad. Yeah, there's like a big H, but it's all covered up with snow. But yeah, not much more I can show you. I hope you enjoyed this quick tour and liked what you saw. And yeah, please let me know if you want to see like a rehaul of every area. And I think we can do really cool stuff with this. And then I thank you a lot for watching, if you made it this far. Really appreciate it. And yeah, maybe I'll see you in the next one. Till then.